Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and my name is Himanshu Singh and today in this particular video we are going to talk about the coding part of multi-modal RAG with unstructured IO and LangChain. So in the last video we have already talked about the theory part, right? What are the different approaches can be there, different options can be there to use unstructured IO and LangChain to create a multi-modal RAG, right? So if you don't aware about that video or that theory concept, please go ahead and watch that particular video, uh, right? And then you can move ahead with the coding part, right? So let's get started, guys. I'll just walk you through a quick overview of the approaches, right? So these are the approaches we can have, like we can have the document and that document containing different images and tables and text. So using unstructured IO, you can extract the different modalities, right? And then you can have either multi-modal embedding models, and they can you can directly embed it and store it somewhere and use it, right? And other option is like you have all of them. You can create the summary of the images plus you can take text and table as it is, or you can create summary for all of them, and then you can embed it and store it, and then different options can be there, right? So these are the different approaches were there. So in this particular video, what we are going to do, we are going to take we are going to talk about only one option, right? That is option three, and that is the best approach till now in terms of you can say accuracy, in terms of less computational power, in terms of pricing and costing as well, right? So I'm going to talk about the third option. If you know the third option, right, the code is similar. I give you the overview like how you can use the second option and for that as well, right? So this will be the way we will be having the document. We will use unstructured IO to get the images, tables, and text. Once we get all of them, we will be summarizing all our data. After summarizing it, we will be storing it on our multi-vector retriever, and then there would be options. So there is two options, right? One option is directly giving the summary to the LLM model and generating the answer, and second option is instead of giving the summary, we can give that images, right? Images, corresponding original images, and then raw text and tables to multimodal LLM, and they can answer you, right? So there can be the options. So we will be talking about that. So the coding wise, both are similar, but there is some differences. I'll let you know in the code. Let's get started, guys. So before you jump into the code, before that, right, you have to install some of the dependencies, that is LangChain, Unstructured IO, AllDocs, Pydantic, LXML, OpenAI, ChromaDB, TickToken, and PyTestRect. So when you install all of them, right, guys, maybe you can get some issues like PyTestRect. I'm just saying because of most of the people are getting problem while installing the PyTestRect. So PyTestRect need to be installed in the local, you can say in the path variable, right? So if you are using a Windows system, you have to install it and you have to take the path of this particular PyTestRect and you can add it into the environment variable, right? That is one approach. Second approach is you can write like this: pytesseract.pytesseract.tesseract and underscore cmd equals to r, and you can give this path of this tesseract file here, right? So there's two things, tesseract and pytesseract. So tesseract should be installed first and then pytesseract should be installed. Pytesseract is the version of Python. Tesseract you can install in Windows directly using a kind of a link, right? You have to download the exe file and you have to run it there, right? And PyTestRect can be installed using the pip itself, right? And if you are getting any issues, guys, you can comment out on this video, right? And I'll be reaching out to you. I'll try to resolve that issues, right? Okay, so this need to be installed first. Once this is done, you can go ahead with the importing different libraries, right? These are the all libraries maybe you are aware about: LangChain, embedding, OpenAI embeddings, retriever from multi-retrieve, vector retriever, unstructured IO.partition.pdf. So we are getting this partition PDF. That is one very important concept, right? To reading out the PDF. Partitioning, like dividing different parts. PyTestRect, UUID, env, right? All of them. So guys, one more thing here that I have already mentioned, created a env file, and there I have mentioned my OpenAI key, and from that I'm importing my env file, and from there itself I'm getting this OpenAI key, right? So I hope you get it, right? So you this is the best practice. Don't write your keys on the on this particular notebook, right? You can always create a env file, put your keys there, and then just load that module or that env file here and just import it like this. Okay, this is how you should work. Okay, and this is need to be done if you are not able to properly install the Tesseract. Otherwise, it is good, right? From for Mac user, it would be straightforward, right? You can check the site of Tesseract. It should be giving you direct command for that. But for Windows, it is little tricky. Okay, so yeah. That is one. Okay. So now we come into this input path, output path, right? Raw PDF element. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to import our data, right? So input path should be os.getCWD. We are just getting an input path directory only, that's all. And this output directory means, guys, what this unstructured IO is going to do, it is going to create a kind of figures or whatever the name I'll be giving here, that folder. In that folder, it will partition that PDF, and then all the images would be stored inside the figure folder, right? And for text and for tables, it will be creating this kind of streams, you see, right? Component element like this. So let's say if you run this line, let's talk about this first, this function. So partition PDF, you have to give the file name, whatever the file name you have. I'm having this file statement.pdf. Let me show you that. This is the PDF I'm having, guys. It's an annual report and financial statement of some company. So it's open source data I got from internet site. So this is how the PDF look like. This is having the table. This is having the charts, right? Bar charts and everything, right? From this PDF, I'm going to, you see this bar charts, this charts are there, right? So let me just import this and check, right? So extract images as true, tables as true, chunking by title, maximum characters, I'm taking this one. These are the hyperparameters. You can tune it, right? You can check the documentation according to that, and output path I'm taking as output path. That would be my figure. Okay, when you run this, guys, you are getting the elements, right? You will be having this composite elements in like this one. What will happen? Yeah, if you see here, this kind of figures folder will be created. Inside the figure folder, all the figures will be mentioned here, right? Whatever. Let me just show you one thing, guys. Let's say if you have this particular PDF, right? In this particular PDF, in the page number 1, you have the image. So if you see here also, page number 1, right? Then you go for the fifth page, figure page 2. So fifth page, you see in the fifth page itself, you have this this chart, right? So fifth page, then sixth page, then eighth page, like this. It will give the page number as well, right? And you are getting all the images here, right? Once you get all the images, right? What I'm trying to do, these are the objects being created, right? The streams are there. So what I can do, I'm creating 3 different lists, like text element, table element, and an image element. I have created this thing, and then I'm writing one function that is encode image. Because of I'm getting all the images inside my folder. So what I'll do, each of the images I'll be encoding into base64 format. If you see here, I'm just reading out my images and converting it for the elements, and now I'm iterating through my this particular element, right? What is happening, guys, if I run this again, right? So if you see, you're saying elements, composite element, table element, composite element, table element, composite element, like this. So wherever you see the composite element in the name of the stream, it means that is text element. So text element dot append element. And if you see table, you will be having the table inside that, right? So I'm just adding the table inside that. So now using these particular, you can say, this is my a loop I have created to just extract text and table elements. I'm just running it out, right? table element I dot text for I in a table element, text element I dot text for I in text element. Now I got the table elements and text elements, right? So what I'll try to do, I'm just checking the length of like how many text elements are there, how many table elements are there, right? How many kind of for images also I'm iterating through each of the images inside a directory, os.list directory, output path and everything. Like if you see, you know this code, right? So I'm just checking if PNG file is there, JPG or JPEG is there in that particular folder. So I'm just reading out it and just converting it into the base64. You see, now if I run this, I'm getting the length of the table element are 4. So means total of we have 4 table elements. If you see here, how many tables you have? Uh, 1 table, 2 table, 3 table, and 4 table, right? Total of you have 4 tables in this particular PDF, right? So you got all 4 tables here. You got all for 12 chunks here, the data chunks like text. You are getting all 7 images here, right? Now you get everything. So now I'm writing chat GPT, which is chat OpenAI model equals to GPT-4. Using LangChain chat OpenAI, I'm importing my model itself. I got my chat GPT model, initialized my model. Now we are getting to this part, guys, where I'm trying to summarize. I extracted all my images. Now I have to summarize my data and do the text embedding and then storing, right? So let's go ahead and summarize. This particular function I have just comment out, guys, because of this is summarizing the text. I'm getting the text. I'm writing to my GPT that summarize this text, right? I'm getting the table. I'm telling my GPT that just summarize it. Okay, and then summarize images, summarize text, summarize table, summarize images. So for text and table, it is already there in the particular text in the same text, right? It is, if I show you the table elements, right? If I show you the table, let me just show you table elements or text elements. They are already in the kind of text, right? If you see, these are the text elements, right? If I show you the table elements, guys, so that is also in the text. Let me just show you the table elements as well. Yeah, so table elements are in the right, left to right, right? All the things are given like this, right? So table and text both are in the text format. Now we have the images that we also need to convert into the text modality or object, right? So I'm writing this function summarize image, encoded image I'm giving as an input. I'm giving you are about that good in analyzing the image, describe the content of this image, and that's very low you can say level of prompting I did here, but yeah, you can do lot of prompt tuning, guys. It would definitely going to help you, right? So I'm giving the base64 format here. Whenever I'll be calling this function, it will take an image as an input and it will respond me the summary of this particular image using a multi-modal model, that is GPT-4o. Okay, so now I'm calling this function. So text summaries and table summaries, guys, I'm taking as it is. I'm not taking the summaries because of I'm opting option 3, which is the best for, right? So table summaries and text summaries would be in the text only. I'm not taking the summary. I'm taking the original chunks. For the images, I'm creating the summary. So when I run this and I check the summary of the images, if you see this one, guys, it is going to give me the images combination best chart and everything. It is giving me the summary of the images, right? I got the summary of the images. Now I got the summary of the images in the form of text. Now we have the text summary, text modality, table and image, all of them into a single modality, that is text. Now we can use any OpenAI embedding model and you can embed it into a vector, right? And then you can store it on a multi-vector retriever and then you can use it as a retriever. Next thing, so I'm just using chroma, collection name I'm giving as a summaries, embedding model I'm using OpenAI embedding model by default. Okay, then in memory state, and ID I'm taking as a doc ID. Okay. Now what is this? I'm writing multi-vector retriever, vector I store, doc store equals to store, and ID is ID, which is my doc ID, and top k means 1. Top k means 1 means only first value will be retrieved from the retriever. First, right? First, which is most similar. This is I have just initialized. Retriever I have initialized. Now I have to run this function. What this function is all about, this is the backbone of all of your this pipeline. How this is working. Add document to retriever. I'm taking summaries as an input and original content as input. Two arguments are there. I'm creating a doc IDs using UUIDs. So what it will do, it will take the length of summaries, whatever the length of the summaries are there, and it will create a string, you can say, or UID or ID, different IDs for each of the summary chunk, right? And then what it is trying to do, it is taking the page content as yes, S, okay? For I comma s enumerate summaries. So each of the summary chunk you have a ID, right? Each of the summary chunk you have the ID. So I am giving ID, this ID value as a doc ID. Like this is the ID and this is the value is summaries, which is S, page content, right? So doc ID plus page content, doc ID plus page content. This is how I am storing my summary doc. Okay. Now using that, retriever dot vector store dot add document. So I'm adding the document inside the vector store. That is my summary document. This summary document will be containing a ID key and the value key. Got my point? Now the second step, what I'm doing, I am storing my original chunk as well, original data as well. That I'm storing on the doc store. So retriever.docstore.mset list zipping my doc IDs and original content. Doc ID means the ID which I have given to my summary chunks, the same ID I'm giving to the original content as well. Let's say I am having whatever. Let's say if you just go ahead and read, just try out with the one summary only. So that one summary's ID is storing in the document, and that same ID I'm giving in the doc store as well. So using the same ID, I can retrieve the original content as well that is related to my summary, right? This is how I'm using it to retrieve the original image using the image summary itself. So whenever any user will query something, that query will be matched to the summary of the image, but in the response, it will give you the original content, right? Original content means original image. And that image you are fetching to the OpenAI model or any GPT-4o model, and it will able to answer you, right? So this is how I'm writing this function. Once this is done, guys, I'm just calling this function add document to retriever text element and text element. Why I'm writing it like this? Because of you can modify this code and you can make it as a text summary also. You can give the text summary here, you can give the table summary here, but currently I'm giving text element. My summary is also my text element, both are same, right? So text element and text element, table element and table element, because of I don't want to store my summary for the text. I want to store my original text only. So in the doc store, in the vector store, both of the places, only the text element, like original element, would be there. But for my images, I'm writing image summaries, which will be stored on the vector store, and image elements will be stored on the doc store, right? That is how my retriever is done. It is being created. My retriever is being created right now. Okay. Now this is the pipeline, or you can say a kind of chain which I have to create, and it can be for any particular RAG model. So template I'm designing, that is answer my question based on the following context, which is an include text, image, tables, and like this, right? You are just trying to give a normal template. This is your responsibility, guys. You can tweak, you can tune this particular template according to you, according to your need and all, right? Once this is done, once this is done, what you can do, you can take this template, chat prompt template dot from template and template. You will be creating this prompt, and now this is a chain. In this chain, I'm writing context as a retriever, whatever my database is there, whatever I am created retriever. Question would be runnable pass through streaming, right? Prompt, model, and string output parser. Now let's say whatever the question you will be asking, overview of the financial statement. What is the overview of the financial statement? I'm writing answer equals to chain dot invoke and question. My answer is retrieving like this. What happens here, guys? When you ask this question, it will go and check in the vector store. In the vector store, wherever it will find out the similarities, it will return out that, and that would be fetched to your model, and model will be able to enhance your answer, and it will providing your answer like this, right? Let me just show you the context which is retrieved from the retriever. This is the enhanced answer which is being generated by the model. But let me just show you the original content. So I'm writing like, let's say chain dot first context dot retriever. So what I can do, let me just copy it for a quick demo. I'm just writing the same question here. My question was overview of financial statement, right? So my question was somewhere, or a very naive question I'm writing, guys. You can modify it whatever you want, right? So let me just run it. So if I'm running it, guys, you can see this is the context I'm getting. I'm getting this context, this text chunk as in context, and this image base64 format as well. What can be the more better for us right now, guys? I'm able to retrieve the image encoding as well. That is my original image. Let me just show you this particular image here, right? So this is second, right? This is a list. It is retrieving me, and inside the list, this particular base64 format is my second element, right? So let's go ahead and check out that this code I have written down here using PIL to decode my encoded base64 and show you that. So let me just show you that context value was 1. So let me just run it. You can see here, this is the image was there, and now I can give this image to my model, right? And my model will be looking into that, and it would able to retrieve the answer, right? This is a similar image was there. Let me just show you some more questions, guys. I'm writing USD comparison of PCT evaluation equivalent amount rate and Unicode to 2000, Unicode 2012 to 2016. Let me just search out that whether it is there or not in this particular PDF. So I'm searching it, guys. You can see, right? Repo and annual financial report or the financial statement 2016 USD comparison. This is your 2012. This is your charts, right? So now you have to understand, if I'm writing this question, it should retrieve me these charts, right? These charts. So let's look into that. Very good. Okay, so let me run this. I'm writing chain dot first ret dot invoke chain dot first. When you write, it will able to give you a kind of a first retriever, and from that you can invoke your question. It will give you the index, oh sorry, context, right? So now when you invoke, you got this. You can see, very good. This is a table, guys. This is a table which is giving you comparison of PCT equivalent amount and oh my God, awesome. That is giving you the table values as well as detail of exchange gain, loss, PCT fees, as well as it is giving you the text chunk, as well as it is giving you the images. Let me just first, second, and third. Third value in this list is my image. So let me just show you the third value means second. Okay, second means second. In the Python, it would be second. Oh my goodness. You can see here. The same chart it is retrieving. This is what we want, right? This chart it is retrieving. Do we have some more values of this? Let me just show you that if it is there. I'm not sure whether it is there or not. Yeah, it is next chunk. Let me just check about the third one. Maybe other images also coming or not. Oh, okay, it is not coming, right? So second image it is more relevant, so it is giving this last image, right? So guys, I hope you are able to understand how better it is. I am running this system, this particular pipeline, a system where we don't have any GPUs. It's pure CPU based system, and I'm running it, guys. This seems very fine for me. I would request everyone, please give an hands-on to this particular pipeline once before jumping into the GPU based model. I'm telling you, like, this is going to help you a lot in terms of multi-modal RAG, right? So I'm using three things here. That is your document, that is your unstructured IO, that is your LangChain. That's all, guys. Nothing more than that. That's straightforward, right? So yeah, I hope you got this, and I hope this video will be a very knowledgeable or very helpful for your journey with multimodal RAG. So thank you so much for watching this particular video guys, and please like this video. And also there is very important thing which I want to mention here, that is we are starting a mentorship program, right, where if you need any kind of mentorship from us, you can reach out to us. How you can reach out to us? I'm just adding a Google form link in the description. You can go ahead, just fill out that form, and we'll try to reach out to you. And it's freely available for everyone who want to learn about Gen AI and multimodal RAG or anything in specific to the data science, whether you are a job professional, or you are kind of fresher, or you are in a college student, right? So please go ahead and fill out that form, and yeah, reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching this video, and yeah, please hit like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.